Hey YouTube, this is Reds Music Park Fan 62. It is Wednesday, October the 3rd at around 8 o'clock. In today's video, I'm here to talk about my overall thoughts on WWE NXT on the CW. Now, before I begin, I thought overall this was a great show. It shows what the superstars of NXT can do when they are given the right amount of time, as well as the proper network. Triple H and Shawn Michaels present new titles. So the titles that they were given look neat because they're silver with like black straps, I believe. So they present it for both the women and the men. So I'll get to it. But overall, it was kind of neat, which leads us into Roxanne Perez versus Julia. Now, this is going to be the match I'm going to talk about the most for a bit. I thought with both Roxanne and Julia, they showed great athleticism toward each other, as well as for the NXT women's title. They both encountered each other's finishers multiple times. But I don't like the ending with Cora Jade showing up, costing Julia the match. Right now, I am thinking this is going to lead to either a triple threat or fatal four-way match for the NXT women's title at Halloween Havoc in about 4 weeks' time. So we will have to see on that. Next is a street fight between Wesley and Zachary Wentz. Now, I loved the build-up to this match overall because it showed the love of them from when they were in TNA to when they came to NXT to when Zach got released a couple of years ago and the love Wesley had for him. Now, the build-up was neat because it showed just how personal it got. Wesley bringing up Zach Wentz's fiance, Gigi Dolan, and all this other stuff. So it was rather neat. Next is Miz TV with Oba Femi and Tony D'Angelo. Now, one thing that I liked that they did with this show was show the more personal side of it. Saying Tony D'Angelo is scared of Oba Femi, how he's been so dominant and all of that. So, next up, you have Fatal Attraction versus Jada Parker and Lola Vice. Now, one thing that I love that they did was show how Fallon and JC were on the same page and how Jada and Lola could not put their differences aside for several minutes for this match. So at one point, Jada walked away, and within a minute or two later, Lola got beat by Fallon. Overall, this was not bad. And it showed what they can do when given the right opportunity. So you go into break. So it showed them in the ring, Fallon and JC, and they were talking about how they were going after Kalani Jordan's North American title. Kalani said, "I didn't come alone," and Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill showed up. Now, one of the things I like WWE did with them was combine their themes together. And so it is going for a 6-woman tag team match next week on NXT. Next week it's going to be in St. Louis. Now, which leads us to the main event, which is Ethan Page versus Trick Williams with special guest CM Punk. Now, the pop for Punk was great. It showed no matter what company he is in, he is a draw. The pop for Trick Williams when he came out was great. It showed how over he is no matter where he goes. It doesn't matter if it's the Performance Center. It doesn't matter if it's Chicago. Philadelphia did great when he was at Stand and Deliver earlier this year. But it shows how much of a draw he is. And then you get into Ethan Page, which is all ego. I liked with him how he tried a lot of the heel shenanigans to try and get out. So I thought that was overall neat. The winner was Trick Williams. So it looks like Trick is not quite going up yet. So what overall NXT on the CW did was a great show. It showed, just how well NXT is. And let's hope the momentum it had today goes on to next week. And on, because I can honestly see this being a good thing, showing the future of WWE.